Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, or should I say, last night, it got down to 10 below outside. Normal for Minnesota, nothing crazy. First time we've experienced 10 below in this house. It struggled to stay at 65 degrees all night, and it's barely getting up to 68 during the daytime now when it's about 7 degrees. I can tolerate that, but my girlfriend, her daughter, our kids, they're uncomfortable with it for an extended period of time. The main culprit is this door right here. Well, not this one, but the one outside and this one, because this one's uninsulated, cheap door. The outside one is a solid door with a piece of glass in it, and there's no seal around it. It's got an old style knob and keyhole, so you can see straight through that keyhole to the outside. So this is the coldest room in the house, and there's a heater right here. And this heater, all these fins were bent over like this the whole way down. I spent an hour and a half straightening these fins out right here. So I have to do these fins, which will take me probably another half hour. And I was just taking 2 butter knives, one to pry up, one to support it from the back side so I don't bend it too much the other way. It works nice to get them nice and straight. Well, sort of straight as you can get them. You can get them straighter, but that would take a lot of time. The other 3 in this room are fine. The other style of them in the rest of the house are thicker and less wavy. So there's fewer of them and they're all fine. I don't know why this one was all bent up like that. It was like that when we got here. And the front panel was just lightly screwed on. So I'm guessing there's kids or animals or something got in there and just laid them all over. So that's an issue, but it was still heating just fine, just not to its full potential. This door is our main problem. So I can either just take some spray foam the whole door and call it good for the winter, or I can get some shrink wrap plastic, go to the outside door, shrink wrap the outside of that just to stop the airflow from coming in. Still not going to be well insulated, but at least it'll stop the air. Or try to scrape up a few $100 to $1,000 to get a proper outside door and install it while it's 10 below or 0 or 7 above, whatever the temperature is the day that I do it. But over here, it's currently 1 o'clock and our thermostat still says 67. So for all of you that were commenting on my last video that's saying that propane bill was really high, I agree. It is higher than it should be. There are a lot of leaks in this house. I didn't know how bad they were until it got cold out. Now that it is cold out, it's harder to address those leaks. And having to pay those propane bills lower on funds now. So I'm working on getting some extra cash from different aspects of what we have. And I'm going to try to put a new door in there because that is the best way to do it. If I do spray foam, it's temporary. I'm going to have to rip it all out. And it's just a waste of money in the future, even though it'll save money today. Same thing with the plastic. Plastic's not that effective. It'll work, it'll help, but it's a temporary fix. The door is the proper way to do it, but it's also the most expensive way by far. Not even close. And then also another thing I can't do now, but I'll have to do at some point in the future, is this window. If I put my hand right here, I can feel cold from underneath the trim. The window itself is fine. It's under the trim, around the perimeter of the window. So I'll have to go from outside, put tape around the window to prevent air from coming in, and probably also from the inside, remove those trim boards and put some insulation in there, and then put the trim boards back on. And right now I'm heating up a smoked chicken. That's what we're gonna eat for supper tonight, with some rice. Smoked chicken and rice, that's good. But I'm taking advantage of the heat from that to heat up the house. So otherwise we were gonna make something easier to, well, that's pretty easy to make too, but we were gonna do something easier to make tonight. But I figured smoked chicken sounds good to me. Heats up the house a little bit. Other than that, I'm thinking I'm gonna call this a video. Well, maybe I'll show you what I was doing with straightening these fins out. All right, so what I was doing here is sticking butter knives in here. Sirius is helping me, so I don't have 3 hands. And just prying them up one at a time. There's a few hundred, if not 1,000 fins in here, so it takes a long time to do all these. Yeah, Sirius, you want to keep doing that?
But I can't.
Yeah, you can.
But I just do like this.
Yeah.
But I can't keep it straight.
You can keep it. Just practice makes perfect. Keep going. Anyway, the water comes in through this manifold. There's 4 copper pipes that move through these aluminum fins and go all the way down. I can put my hand above this and I can feel heat, but I don't feel the heat moving. Where if I go over here, I can feel that heat just moving right past my hand, because there's no fans or anything, it's just convection. So you can see my hand underneath there. So the cold air goes in the bottom, heat comes up, heats the house. So I'm going to spend another half hour, 45 minutes straightening these out. I'm going to have Sirius helping me. And since we're using butter knives, he's fine. He's not going to hurt himself with them. Also, another reason that the house is struggling to heat is that this is an electric heater that we're not using except during super off-peak hours when it's like 7 cents a kilowatt, because propane's cheaper than electric up until 7 kilowatts, or 7 cents a kilowatt hour. So this should be replaced with these water units. So I need to put one in this room, and I need to put one in our master bedroom because there is no heater in that one. Well, I'm not going to show you in there because the baby's sleeping right now. So we'll have to add 2 of these at some point in the future, especially if I want to do the heat pump method, because the house just struggles with the capacity that it has. So I need to add capacity to help it heat more effectively. And Sirius has been doing a great job bending these back up. I taught him, and he did all of these. He did a very good job. He's going to be a good helper in the future. I'm going to get this done, and I'm going to look into see if I can find some doors for that, see what that's going to cost me. And since I'm low on funds, that's why I haven't been working on the upstairs too much, because I need to start buying materials to replace what I'm ripping out. And we had to fix the furnace. The pilot igniter went out, and that ended up costing $350 for that. And let's see, well, all those propane bills. That was not cheap either. And now that the mortgage started kicking in, I'm about done paying off one of my other loans, so that's good to have off my back. But now I got $3,100 in bills for the house every month. So trade one loan off for the other. Woohoo! But thanks for joining us today. This is S&B Family signing out.